Hi there guys, Tom Quayle here, back for sound effects in Ormskirk. Hope you're all doing very well indeed. Today I'm checking out 3 new pedals from JHS's 3 Series range. Now the 3 Series is part of a budget range or affordable range of JHS pedals that are essentially built to very high standards and specs, built in the same factory, but with kind of, you know, stripped back design, stripped back features, just exactly what you need, basically, the core essentials that you need to create great tone. They sound really good, they're really well built, really well designed, but of course, you know, they don't have all of the kind of boutique craziness that you would get with a very high-end, expensive JHS pedal. So, in addition to the existing range, we now have a phaser, a hall reverb, and a flanger on the end there. And as you can see, they all share the same core design. 3 controls specific to each pedal, and then a flippable switch here, which will give you a secondary tonal characteristic or function. So the phaser has blend, rate, width for its main controls, and then it has a feedback, which is selectable via the switch. In each mode, if you flick the switch up, you get what's stated on the pedal itself. So in this case, we add some feedback into the signal path. The hall reverb has the reverb amount, so like a mix, they're calling that verb. We've got a damper, so that's dampening down the high frequencies and the tail of the reverb to make it shorter and also less kind of rich in the high end. And then we've got the decay, which is the length of the reverb. Turned all the way up, that will actually give you kind of an infinite tail on that reverb, so like a feedback loop style infinite tail, which is kind of a cool feature. Then we've got a really rich sounding modulation on there in the upper position on the switch, which is nice. And then the flanger has a blend, rate, and intensity control. So you can see this here, blend, rate, and intensity. And then we've got a switchable tape mode, which is going to give you tape style flanging, which is much richer and warmer and more analog. Obviously, that's kind of in its nature being tape. It's a really nice feature for that pedal actually in that upper position. So I'll switch that off for now. They're all center negative 9-volt DC, of course, all true bypass. They've got latching foot switches, really well made. So as you'd expect, for not a great deal of money per pedal. So let's start with the hall reverb. My clean signal using my Ibanez TQM1. This is going through the aux box, and I'm using a Laney IRT SLS amplifier, which is up there that you can't see. And just on the clean channel, it sounds like this. Very basic clean tone. Okay, let's turn the hall reverb on. You can see the settings that I've got there, and the modulation is off, very short reverb. So a nice short snappy tail on there, but it's a very good quality sounding reverb. It doesn't sound fake or digital or weird in any way considering the price point, which is great. So first things first, let me show you the full decay of this reverb. So if I turn this all the way up now, so as you can hear, you've got this kind of infinite. Maybe it fades out eventually, but for all intents and purposes for guitar playing, it's an infinite loop that you've got going there, this kind of almost like a freeze function, which is great. Now, as you can see, I've brought the decay down slightly now. Now we've got very rich sounding reverb. It's a really nice sound. Now what's really nice is if we bring the modulation in here, we've still got the mix low on the reverb itself. Really nice rich sounding modulation. Really great sound, very, very impressive. If we bring the decay down a bit more, let's play with the dampener a bit. So we're going to bring the reverb in a bit more. So again, a nice quality sounding reverb. Okay, a bit more of a decay. Take the modulation out and let's bring the dampener up now. Now we've got a darker, moodier sounding reverb. great sound. Now if we bring the dampener up all the way, we'll get a shorter tail, it'll clamp down on that, and a darker sound as well. That in effect becomes like bring the decay down. So again, useful features, there's multiple ways to shape tones if you like. Bring that all the way back. Oops. Okay, and then if we bring the reverb mix up, so we'll find an appropriate setting, bring the mix down, decay down, and the dampener down, make sure the modulation's off. Okay, just for a little bit of ambience. And now let's play with the phaser. Okay, so again, we've got blend, rate, width, and feedback on here. So if we bring the pedal in, now with the settings set in a fairly basic way, you can see we've got the LED tempo on here. Nice, warm sounding analog-esque phaser. I know that's kind of a buzzword, but this really does sound quite analog-y. Okay, let's bring the rate up. We'll bring the width down. Okay. As we bring the width up, bring the rate down. And the blend up. And then when we bring the feedback in, it's basically going to make everything more intense, essentially. So there you can hear things really ramp up in terms of the phasing. So if you're into your more kind of funky sound, great for that stuff, basically. So that's the phaser. And finally, let's check out the flanger. Now this goes from subtle to crazy, as you'd expect with the flanger. So if I switch it on now with the blend fairly high, again, really warm, great sounding, analog-esque flanger. I really, really like it. Now, the first thing I want to show you is the tape switch, because this is going to add a huge amount of warmth to this signal. So let's switch it on in the upward position. It's almost in kind of pulsating, sort of in between vibrato and in between chorusing, which is beautiful. Really, really nice. And if we bring the intensity down even further, bring the rate up. With the tape control on, the rate becomes relatively slow. Bring the blend down just a bit, you know, with a longer reverb, let's say. This is going to sound beautiful. Lovely subtle modulation going on there, basically. Let's increase the blend a little bit. And the intensity. It's really nice. Very pretty indeed. Now, as ever, if we increase the intensity, you can see we're flashing away on the LED here, so it's very, very quick. If we bring the rate down and increase the intensity. Let's take the reverb out altogether. So they're all great sounding pedals for not a great deal of money that will give you basically the JHS sound for an affordable price, which is exactly the intention. So that's the Phaser, Hall Reverb and Flanger from JHS's 3 Series pedals, available at Sound Effects in Ormskirk right now. If you click the link in the video description below, that will take you across to Sound Effects website where you can purchase these 3 pedals or any of the other pedals from JHS's 3 Series range as well. So I hope you enjoyed that demo, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons if you did, and of course that bell notification icon to make sure that you're notified every time there is a new video uploaded to the Sound Effects YouTube channel. All right, guys, my name's Tom Quayle, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.